Thank you very much. My name is Melka Wanjiru, and I'm the CCM for Water, Tourism, Environment and Natural Resources in the County Government of Yonderow. Today is a very special day for us as a county because we have been engaging with the people of Yonderow for the past 1 week, from 16th to 20th of November. It has been a good week, a fruitful week. We had various engagements, we have had discussions, and today we are here to sum up all what we've been discussing together with the Wanjiko of this county. First is to thank you because you have hope in Yonderow, you have faith in us, and from your comments we can see that you have a lot of faith in the county government of Yonderow, and especially on the Department of Water. We appreciate your comments. Some good comments, other questions, and we thank you because when we engage, we interact, we change ideas, together we transform Yonderow. We also want to thank His Excellency Governor Francis Kimemia for the opportunity he has given us to serve in our various dockets, in our various departments, to deliver for Wanjiko his transformative agenda. We are committed to ensuring that we deliver the Governor's Manifesto and the CIDP2 for Yonderow County. So today I will talk about the Department of Water, Tourism, Environment and Natural Resources. And this department has 4 directorates. We have Water and Irrigation, headed by Chief Martin. And also Environment, also headed by Chief Martin. We have Tourism and Natural Resources, headed by Mary. And of course we have a mission as a department, and is to promote access, conservation and management of water, environment, natural resources and ecotourism destination for sustainable county and national development. And of course we have our mission as a department, and is to achieve sustainable access to adequate domestic and irrigation, natural resources and ecotourism destination with environmental safeguards. Under the water and irrigation, the mandate is to provide adequate and sustainable water for domestic, livestock and industrial purposes. And of course there are other areas of interventions, and we have our specific strategic interventions as a department. The first program is the Bohol drilling program, which has been ongoing, and I know Wanjiko, in one way or the other, you have interacted with our people on the ground, or you are currently taking water from the boreholes that we have drilled. You have seen rigs all over drilling the borehole to supplement the already existing water supplies that we have. The other one is a construction of water harvesting storage facilities. We have realized as a department, without enough storage, we may not be able to give Wanjiko, and we may not be able to achieve our goal to ensure that every Wanjiko of this county have water. So we have been constructing tanks, both concrete, and we have also done the plastic tanks. We have quite a number of them. We have the 13 capacity tanks. We have the 2,500 liters capacity tanks. We have the 5,000 meter cubed tanks. We have a 100 meter cubed tank, and we have the 50 meter cubed tank. And in addition to that, we also have the 50 and the 10, the small tanks that we've been giving to Wanjiko so that they can be able to store water. We also have a program that we are giving to our elderly and people living with disability, the smaller tanks of about 1,000 liters or 1,500 liters, just to ensure that they store water from the roof harvesting. Then we have another program of rehabilitation of existing water supply. This has been ongoing. We know we have wares like the JM ware in Shamata. We have Kikanamuku where we have others in Geta and other places, the Gedai Umoja project in North Kinangop. We have the Makara intake in Merangine and several other weirs that we are rehabilitating, and people are already drinking water from those weirs. We also have the extension program, which we are calling the reticulation. You have seen the county government doing a lot of piping to ensure that the waters from the reservoirs, the waters from the already desalted dams, and the waters from the rivers that are the treated water is reaching Wanjiku. So we have been doing that. The program is ongoing, and you can confirm from your various areas that you have seen people doing the piping and connecting people to water. The latest one being the Karagoine Water Project that is in partnership with the county government, and people are already now connecting water, and you could see the joy of people fetching water from their taps. And another program under the Directorate of Water and Irrigation is the desilting of dams and the water ponds. You realize that Nyandarua is very rich. We have over 260 colonial dams, and over time these dams have silted with soil and silt, and we have a program that we are calling desilting of the 260 dams and the water ponds to increase the capacity, of course, for domestic irrigation and livestock use. So therefore, we have done this as a county government. We've desilted quite a number of dams, and we're also partnering with the national government to desilt other dams, because without the partnership we may not go anywhere. So we are working very well with the county government and the national government to ensure that where the county government can't reach, we are going knocking doors into those offices and ensuring that that money that is at the national level is coming to Wanjiku of Nyandarua. For us, it's not about where the money comes from. For us, is the service getting to Wanjiku. So we have like Rutara Dam that is being desilted in partnership with the national government. We have the Upper Gateway, the Marshes Dam. We have the Gokongo Dam. We have Gadhima Ladhimaki irrigation schemes and other projects. We have other projects in Sharagita and all over the county that we are desilting. On the environment part of it, we have the ANAT program that is still under the Directorate of Water, Irrigation and Environment. And the ANAT program is a program we crafted as a county to ensure that we have the forest cover. So we have done the tree planting. We are supposed to do 2 million trees every year. We have done that. We are in the process of increasing this more. For the past 1-2 years, we have been doing this. We have been planting trees in schools. We have been doing it in our public institution, the health institution, JM Hospital here. We have done in various hospitals, Ngano Hospital and other dispensaries. We have been doing in schools and also public institutions. So our aim is to ensure that we do 10 million trees in every year. Why we are doing this is because we are inculcating the culture of conserving our environment to our younger generation. The ANAT program is adapt and nurture a tree. Not only planting trees, but you have to adapt that tree, nurture it, see it grow, so that in future you will look back and say, wow, I planted that tree, I contributed in the climate change of Nyandarua County. So we are also doing nurseries in our various schools, tree nurseries, so that our people, as they grow up, they already have that culture of planting trees, so that now they can also inculcate that culture to the younger generation, so that we have a generation that is very sensitive on environmental conservation, so that we don't have issues of climate change. The other directorate is the Directorate of Tourism and Natural Resources, and many people over past years, people didn't know about the tourism, all the tourism opportunities that we have in Nyandarua. But I want to say that Nyandarua is endowed with beautiful sites. You'll be shocked when you come to Nyandarua and you find Akina Kiajata Spring, you go to Mau Mau Caves, you go to a beautiful lake here. You know, there are beautiful places that are nowhere in this country. Even the climate itself, the Nyandarua climate is beautiful. It's quite good, and it's a place you need to call home. It's a tourist destination of its kind. Having said this, we have various tourism attractions for Nyandarua. We have at the Aberdare National Park and the Forest Reserve. And in Aberdare, this is where you find the Mau Mau Caves. You cannot talk about the story of Nyandarua. You cannot talk about the fight for independence of this country without mentioning Nyandarua. Why do I say so? It is because our Mau Mau warriors used to stay here in Nyandarua at the hills of Aberdare here, just about 7 kilometers from Kalau town. Beautiful sights. The caves are there, the Gatifaru caves and other 7 caves where our Mau Mau used to hide when they were fighting for the liberation of this country. We also have waterfalls, the 3 major waterfalls, namely Wanjohi, Karuru and Daragwa Falls. They are all in Nyandarua. That is part of the tourism attraction for Nyandarua. We have the equatorial line. You can imagine, the equatorial line passes Nyandarua 3 times. We have the Gatimo area, we have Sharagita and Wakongo. We are developing these equatorial sites so that people can, as they go to their various destinations, can stop here in Nyandarua and also now have a look and to see what we have in the Nyandarua County. We're even thinking of a football pitch, the North Pole and the South Pole, in one of the tourism sites. So those are some of the things that we are doing as a county to promote the tourism in Nyandarua. We have the Okalau Arboretum here, the second in the country after Nairobi. And it is a 79-acre piece of land, beautiful with indigenous trees, beautiful gardens, a place you can come and rest. We have developed it. The water systems are set there. We have developed a garden, an event garden, where you can come and host your events. You have birthday parties, you have weddings, you have various issues. You can come and visit the Arboretum. It's a beautiful Arboretum of a kind. We have established a bamboo corner in the Arboretum, and we're also working with partners to ensure that we have a swimming pool and other recreational facilities for the Arboretum. In addition to the Arboretum, also we have the Nyayo Forest here, which is also a forest in town. We are also developing it so that we can have the recreational sites for our youth. And the Olkalau Arboretum is next to the recording studio. So we have seen musicians, the upcoming musicians and the local musicians coming to record their music at the Arboretum, at the studio, and then they go shoot their videos at the Arboretum. We have Mase Peter who has done that, we have Mase Wadike who has done that, and many more are coming because of beautiful places that we have around and because of the serenity of that area. We are also now promoting the sport tourism. As I said earlier, Nyandarua has favorable condition for training, favorable condition for high altitude training. There's a training in Nyahururu, but Nyandarua is better placed to have a high altitude training because of the area, the topography, and also our climate. So we are also working on that. We have the lake, our beautiful lake here, the Lake of Dorosat here. That has been designated as the 61st important bird area. It contributes a lot to the ecosystems and the tourist attraction down there. It's very rich in biodeposit, and as we speak, with the county government in partnership with the national government, we are doing a feasibility study to see whether we can be able to get organic fertilizer from the lake. Once this feasibility is out, it will of course show that we are not affecting the livelihood downstream, or also the livelihood in the lake. We can produce biodeposit fertilizer for the people of Nyandarua, so that we stop using the other fertilizer, the commercial fertilizer. We use the organic fertilizer for the people of Nyandarua, because climate smart agriculture is the way to go. This lake also flows to Wasonyiro River down here and supports the community in the northeastern part of Kenya. The river is responsible for thriving tourism industry in Saburu, Shaba and Buffalo Springs. natural reserve, making it important. This is why it is important for us to preserve it. It has a unique ecosystem with variety of habitats. The lake, it is the only lake in the highland. In central Kenya, you cannot get any other lake. It stretches all the way for about 43 kilometers square, and it stretches about 35, the length of 35 kilometers, and across is about 4 kilometers. It's a home to over 800 hippos, over. We're talking in 2000 now because of course they have grown, and the environment is good for the hippos, so it has grown in numbers. We're talking about 180 species of birds. You can imagine the endangered sharp-claw, wrong-crow, and Jackson's widow bird are here in this lake. People do come and do the bird watching, and birds come and rest here. They move all over, from all over, and because of the favorable condition, they come and hatch here, and then eventually they go to their various destinations. So yes, this lake is a unique lake, and people are coming all the way to just see the uniqueness of this lake. Just to mention also that this lake is both salty and fresh. As you start at the upper part where the catchment is underneath, that water is fresh. As you go towards the Thompson Falls, is sunny. As you go towards the Thompson Falls, the water is fresh. So that's a very unique unique lake. We have the Happy Valley Homes. Again, remember the glamour story of 1920s and 1930s of the Happy Valley Homes. Yes, of course, it's beautiful sceneries. Those homes, they have very nice architectural design. They give the history of people who used to live there. Remember I mentioned about the Mau Mau. The Mau Mau used to live up there on the hills, but now the colonial people used to live down next to just next to the escarpment of the Aberdares. So the Mau Mau could see them as they approach, but these homes are still there. They hold very rich history. The other day we had the Australian ambassador coming all the way from Austria to come and relate with her history, because the father was working in one of the homes, the Kipipiri homes. How many people out there would want to relate with such history? How many people would want to come back to Yonderow and see where their ancestors lived? So we are working on this. Kinyawe home is underway. It used to be the court and also the speaker's house, and we are rehabilitating this. We have already started, so that it can become, a cultural center or an archive where people can come and learn the history, as also they visit the other homes along the valley. The Mau Mau caves, of course, I mentioned, beautiful places, and they hold the history of this county. We also have agritourism that we have been working on. That is all about the tourism department and all about the Yonderow County and the Department of Water. Coming to the projects that we have done, I know I still have a lot of time to engage with Wanjiko because I have your questions here with me and we will answer them. But before that, we have done specific projects that I've said. I've mentioned the Nyando, Chuma, Turaga, Muruaki, Kenja, Intik, Tiawera, Githae, Jeyemwea, Canadian, Wetavia, Kaifafu, and many other projects that we've done across the county. All this is towards ensuring that you have water. Yes, and then coming to your questions, and I want to thank everybody who participated. We actually were answering your questions as they come, and we have a few that I need to mention here as we proceed on. We have Washira Njari, and this was on Twitter. No, it was on Facebook. And Washira Njari said, "In my opinion, this is the leading ministry in the county. A lot is being felt from the ministry. I would urge the county government to allocate more funds to this ministry. Thank you, Ajira. We quite a lot, and we are working with the national government to ensure that we get more money even from the county and even outside the county. Maybe to mention, Washira, for you, is that we've been given money to do the Olkalau Water and Sewerage Company by the national government. So this is about 600 million. So we are working with the government and other stakeholders and partners to ensure that we get a lot of money to come and help your people. Your question was on tourism sector, which has never been fully exploited, otherwise great work. I want to tell you, Ashira, that Yonderow is endowed with rich biodiversity, scenic beauty, great climate condition and cultural heritage. The county government has profiled all the sites of attraction, including the ones that I have mentioned there earlier. Natural tourism through the Abadeas and Arboretum. We have cultural tourism through our culture, traditions, and the independence struggle by Dedan Kimathi. Agri-tourism, sport tourism, among others. We are marketing and promoting all the tourism product and experience through an integrated tourism circuit that we've been working on. Yonderow has signature and top experience that set us apart from other counties. As I mentioned, the tourism circuit, from the Motubio Gate all the way to the Abadeas, to the Satima Escarpment, to the Dragon Teeth. You do the hiking at the Table Mountains of Kipipili, coming down through the meanders of the road that comes all the way to the lake down there. You see the beautiful lake Oborosat. You can come to Arboretum, you can go to the equatorial sites, and there are many other activities that you're able to do when you're in Yonderow. So we are promoting this, and we have already profiled this. Talking to Nderi Gambi, you wish to know how we are supporting the youth. You wish to know how we are supporting the youth, and also there was another question there that I will answer. Yes, I hope you said, and I will read the way you said, I hope this is not PR. And Nderi, you have confirmed that this is not PR. We are engaging, and we have actually answered your questions. We are not doing PR because we are actually on the ground. You said Yonderow North, especially Kanyagia, Kihara, has no access to treated piped water. They rely on dams built during the colonial times, which they share with the cattle. But you already know what? If you live in Yonderow, you know that if you live in Yonderow, it's been 3 years. What's wrong? I would first say that we live in Yonderow. Personally, I come from Ndaragwa, Mairuinya area, so I know Mairukumi and all the areas that you have mentioned so well. Now, as a county, these are some of the historical injustices that we are trying to address, and we have really addressed them. When talking to the specific places, the two areas are in verge of getting treated water from DM Water Project. The water will be pumped to masonry tank already built at Subuku. So if you visit home, you'll find the tank 225 meter cube at Subuku, where it will be chlorinated before distribution to all areas. This financial year, we are doing the distribution to Mairukumi, to Kanyagia, and to the other areas around the DM dams. But also for the other areas in Central, we are also doing the same, so that we ensure we get enough water for our people. Of course, this cannot be done in a day. We do it in phases, and eventually you will see that we have transformed the lives of our people. Yes, of course, you doubted about the progress. I have told you, go see. You will touch. You will see there is a pipeline all the way from the DM dam all the way to Subuku tank. The rising main is already done. The solar systems are in place, and you can confirm this from the ground. So what we need to do is the treatment and the distribution of that water. Of course, there was another question whether it is Abadea, whether Abadeas is in Yonderow or is in Nyeri County. We want to say Yonderow is both in Yonderow and Nyeri County, and large part of the Abadeas is in Yonderow County. Then Kim Jeho, yes, thank you for your question, Kim. You said Yonderow hosts the Abadea Regis, which is water tower. My concern is that Meharati town, Gateway village and its environment, which are at the foot of the Abadia residents, do not have reliable water sources. You said these areas have distribution pipes already laid on the ground, but no water is flowing year in, year out. Water is very crucial, especially at this time of COVID. Kindly, can something be done for these residents? Kimjeho, I want to confirm that yes, we have done a lot of piping, we have done a lot of water distribution, and currently Meharati town, Gateway village, Mahiga, Kagongo and parts of Malewa get their water from Kipipiri Integrated Water Project and Manunga Mahinga Water Project. To boost this especially during the dry season, where the flow is low, the county government drilled the Manunga Bohol. It's already equipped and operational, and soon it's being connected to boost the existing services. We have also been doing the distribution, especially in areas where there is no pipe to water. Of course, there's somebody said Asante for the good job with Asante tunashukuru. This is the good environment, because of the good environment that we've been given by His Excellency the Governor. That is why we've been able to deliver. That is by Paul Mwangi. Then the other question, yes, Paul Mwangi, you asked a question about the birds, and I think I have touched on this about the rare bird that is Sharp's longclaw. And the other query is, Nyandarua County have a clear database of tourism visiting the county. Finally, have Nyandarua County branded all its tourist destinations? This is from Paul Mwangi. Yes, Paul Mwangi, and thank you for this question. That means you know the potential that tourism has. Indeed, the protection of this rare bird species is high on our agenda. A few months ago, we profiled the migration of birds from Eurasia that take rest and recharge on Lake Obronsat, with birds experts such as Georgie Wamuhau, yes, Georgie Wamuhau. We've put in measures for their protection. Additionally, the ongoing gazettement of the lake as a natural reserve will go a long way in heightening the protection measures for the breeding and feeding sites. As we speak now, a 10-day exercise in collaboration with Keproba, which is a body other than the national government, we're working towards providing all our tourism sites. They are visiting all the sites in the county, and we want to do a documentary so that we can send it all over to just say what we have in Nyandarua. We have Isaac Kairu. You're saying that the government should call for a workshop for all tourism stakeholders, especially hoteliers and tour companies, and develop policy and collective marketing framework for selling. Destination Nyandarua, my thoughts, together with Isaac Kairu, Kimaniwa Malewa. Thank you, Kimani. You are one of the investors and you are one of the stakeholders. We value you a lot, and you know you are part of the Nyandarua Tourism Association that we have already registered. To answer your question is that the Nyandarua Tourism Association has already been formed, already registered, and they have their certificate. And this tourism association is bringing all the tourism stakeholders and hotelier stakeholders so that they can speak in one voice. Of course, working together with the county government to ensure that we market them and we profile. As we speak also, we have done the marketing. We have the only marketing application in the country for Nyandarua County, whereby we have put all our hotels, all our sites, all our, those tourism attraction sites, and by the click of a button, you're able to see Nyandarua through your phone, through your mobile phone, through your mobile application. You can just click it and see whatever Nyandarua has. So that one, we have already done it. Then you asked whether we have, yes, on the same question, we are working on the Yonderow tourism bill and policy. It's actually at the draft level. It's undergoing legal review, and you asked whether you can be able to access this. As I said, it's under legal review. Once it's a ready draft, it will be subjected to the public participation, and it will be uploaded on our website so that you can be able to see and make your comments. Because we are doing this together with you. We are doing this together with the people of Yonderow. Public participation is key, so the document will be subjected to public participation before we take it to the cabinet and eventually to the assembly. Then we have the other question was, of course, with Kimani, and I have answered about the profiling of the Yonderow site. And we have also Paul Kara from Yonderow South Sub-County, Yonderow Ward, in Yonderow Town. You had written a very long message. Congratulate you, Mheshimiwa, for the far you have taken to lead our great county. Excellency, I've known you. I've had hopes in you since you took over. This is Kariuki who is saying this. And I don't know whether I go through it, the whole of it. But Kariuki, thank you for these comments. You have you've given us your number, and you have requested that His Excellency calls you. Yes, we have forwarded this number to His Excellency, and I know he has been following this digital week, so he has picked your number, and in due time he will call you because you have requested specifically that His Excellency calls you. He engages with people, he calls people. You can also talk to him, but I know for sure he will call you. Then somebody here called Kariuki Warowe. Thank you, Kariuki, for your question. And you're asking about the Korobois borehole. And we want to say that the Korobois boreholes was drilled and equipped last financial year by the county government. The next step now is reticulation to all areas. This financial year, there is an allocation for a water tower for the same borehole. Yes, there was a question about the water charges, and I want to mention that this was from Kihara Daniel. I want to say that yes, there has been issues with the water governance, not only in Kenya, not only in Yonderow, but the whole county. But thanks to Water Act 2016 that came to regulate all these challenges that are being faced in the water sector. The Water Act 2016 also brought about the WASREB Water Service and Regulatory Board that regulates the water tariffs. So we have been in discussion together with the WASREB, because we have two water companies, the Yonderow Water Company and the Olkalau Water. So we are still in discussion, and this will be subjected to public participation again, so that people can choose what they want and the service they want from our people. Then the Gatifaru, Isaac Cairo, you asked about the Gatifaru cave and the largest cave. In fact, you should visit that and see. It's a beautiful place, and we are also profiling these caves. It's it's one of the biggest caves, and it used to be the store for the Mau Mau, the food store for the Mau Mau, so we are profiling this. Then there was a question of farmers, why can the government assist farmers with shovels to construct water pump for water harvesting at affordable rates? This was from Julius Junge. Julius, we just want to say that yes, it's a very good suggestion, and which can be considered by the county government. Currently, as we speak, we've bought the equipment, and once we are done with the roads, or when it is raining, probably, if the policy allows, these equipments can be used to do the drilling of the water pump. But just to mention that in partnership with the national government under the National Irrigation Authority, we have the Ministry of Water doing the water pumps all over the county, and we are working together with them. Then there is somebody from Sharagita Ward, Gather Village. What happened to the borehole near Kwaru, where we have a polytechnic? Yes, John Derito, thank you. And we have answered this question. that we sighted a borehole there at the Polytechnic, but due to the underground formation and the rock formation underground, it was difficult to drill over 180 meters. So we were not able to go beyond 180 meters so that we can strike the aquifer and get the water. So what happened is we relocated to another place, that is Monga Primary School, where we got a better place, and this borehole has already been drilled and it has water. Then Bugwa John, what plans do you have for tree nursery farmers in Yonderow County? John, as we mentioned, that we have the ANAT program. The ANAT program is adapted on a natural tree program, and the farmers are factored in this program, and also through Yonderow Tree Growers Association. You can join that association, and we are working together to ensure that we incorporate every member of Yonderow County so that they can have the culture of growing the trees. Then Monyaka Theuri Kinamba line. Yes, this is true. This is a node project, and they have been using the old pipe for many years. But as we speak, we are changing the pipes eventually so that we can get more friendly pipes. So this one is ongoing. When will machinery Gezima village in Kipipiri ward get water? This was Karungo David. Karungo, I want to say Mijikenda Water Project serves the machinery area and its environs. We understand not all areas have piped water, and this what we can call last mile connectivity. We are working on ensuring that the many sources of water that we have, we connect them to the Wanjiko. And this can be confirmed from what we have done the previous years. You could see that we are connecting more and more and more people. And even this year, we are committed to ensuring we continue connecting those people who do not have water until we reach maybe to 70 or 90% of connectivity. Then, of course, there was question about electricity, and that one is being worked on. And then, of course, there was question about poor roads, and we mentioned about the machineries that have been bought by the county government, and they are working, and within no time you will see the difference. Then another question was, what are you doing to promote Lake Obrozat as a tourist destination? And when will Gedongosho village get water? I just want to confirm that we rehabilitated last financial year, 2018-2019. We rehabilitated the Gedongosho borehole. It was using electricity, but we equipped it with the solar system, so that Gedongosho people are having water already from that borehole, and they have actually extended that water to now the Ngurumo people who will be taking water from the same borehole. So I don't know whether there is an issue there, but I know what you need to do, Jospa to Ashira, is to just connect water to the existing lines, because the water for the Gedongosho people is there. And actually now you're even serving the Geshagi village just next to the Gedongosho area. They are getting water from that borehole. About the lake, yes, we have said, and we are working on the marketing and gazetting the lake as a natural reserve. Then we talked about profiling. Yes, this we have done. Kimani wa Marewa again. I answered you about the profiling of our hotels, and we have done this. And the marketing application will be uploaded on our website, so that you can be able to click and see the beautiful places of Yonderow County. Otherwise, I wish to thank you, Nelson, great initiative, Martin Govi, Grace Gashao, you said commendable work, and Reggae also, you said something good to the county. So we want to thank you, all of you who contributed and who participated in our week. We are very happy that you engage with us, and we encourage you to continue talking to us, either on phone, either visiting our offices, either visiting our sub-county offices. We are around, and we want to answer your question, and we want to work together to ensure that we make Yonderow great. Thank you.